This is Octavius Miller, CEO, Westcoast Hip Hop Awards. I'm coming up. I Only Touch Greatness podcast. You better tune in. Yeah. You know, my
CBO's still
homeboy
putting out
Scotty.
hits.
Yeah, CBO gonna never stop, bro. He's one
Yeah,
of the greatest.
he's been
Yeah.
putting out hits
Yeah,
ever since I ran into him in a Seahawks game too. But
yeah, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest rappers, bro. Period. I don't care
he's still
what
putting out
nobody says.
hits.
Yeah,
He's always been in my top five. Always.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, people can say whatever they want, man, but I put my money up on CBO every time for the win.
Because Bo, I always tell Bo too, like, I'm like, dude, like your verse on Trading War Stories is probably like one of the best verses. Not only on All Eyes on Me, because you got Corrupt too, but it's just like his verse on there, like, hold his own. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Pop,
Right.
but it's
Right.
just like his verse. You'd be like, oh my god, like you go back to it and you learn something new about his verse.
Right.
Now,
Right.
how
It's
he
dope.
was spitting it.
Yeah, he was dope, bro. He's always been dope. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I love the fact that Bo is still rapping. I love the fact that he's still, at the top of his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to give him his flowers, but we honored him in 2013, and I'm gonna honor him again this year if he comes. It's all love, bro, because we have to do that. You know what I mean? We have to be able to say, I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate what you rapped about. I appreciate it. It's certain music that, like, if you're in a mood for gangster rap, you're gonna listen to gangster rap. If you're in the mood for pop rap, you're gonna listen to that. If you're in the mood for hammer, you're gonna listen to that. It's the mood that you want to be in. You know what I'm saying? If you mad about something you ain't about, you're gonna throw CBO on, you're gonna throw NWA on, you're gonna get it off your chest. If you in the love, you're gonna throw LL Cool J, I Need Love, you wanna get with a girl or whatever. It's different mentalities that's why music is so beautiful, man, because it can, whatever mood you in, it can change that, or it can keep you in the mood that you want to be in, or you can move on. You can change. I want to listen to some Garth Brooks. I want to listen to some Mozart. I want to listen to some Bob Marley, some Jimi Hendrix, or whatever suits your mind. Music could take you where you want to go, and that's why I love music so much, man. And that's why I love the award show so much, man, because those are the things we talk about. I want you to come there with your issues, and because we're there with solutions for you. We're there to help you get over the hump that you're in. If you got a writer's block, we can show you how to get over that. If you're trying to figure out how to get distribution, we're trying to help you get that. If you're trying to figure out how to run a label, if you want to do your own thing, if you want to sign with a label, we can show you how to do that too. I'm not against recording. I'm against recording label people not paying artists their fair share, man. I mean, how are you going to split a penny in thirds and pay somebody? That's crazy.
That's
right?
crazy. Right.
So I'm an advocate for helping. I don't believe in the starving artists. I believe in artists being able to eat and get their bellies filled, and then they can come with something even more creative. Starving is going to bring pain out of you. Yeah, of course. And some music move you because it's painful. And some music move you because, it's inevitable what's going to happen. We all got choices in life, and we make the wrong choice. Everybody's a few paychecks away from being homeless, and everybody talk like they Big Willie and they got all this money and this and that. Man, come on, man.
Right.
It's not what you do. Saying it's how you do it. Like, you can have a whole bunch of money, and they don't even care about it. They don't even care about life like that, man. Money is a tool, man. And that's how you got to look at it. You can't look at it like, I want to, I'm just rich, and forget you. It's all about me. Man. If you're rich, then you got to help other people become rich too. You show them the way. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing over the years, man, showing people how to navigate and do what they love. Like, people ask me what I do, why I do what I do. I said, bro, listen, I've been doing music for 45 years. I've never worked a day in my life. Why? Because I love it.
Right.
I've never had to punch a clock, bro, because I love what I do. I can do music 100 hours a week and it wouldn't fade me at all because I'm doing what I love, right? So if you do what you love, you never worked. So you enjoying life. You're going to enjoy life because life is love, right? So, man, I'm in love with myself, bro. I love it.
Right. And you know, I'm glad that you said that, right? Because nowadays with the streaming and all this, and I'm figuring out like the fans are figuring out nowadays. That's why they looking at analog again. You know what I'm saying? Because now they making not only vinyls come back and tapes, but now DVDs and CDs now. Like they're creating a trend of trying to push analog because they finding out that we can help the artists, you know what I'm saying, if we start buying it. And it works for both of them too, because you can still be on streaming, but also you can go buy. Now these kids is nowadays like, yo, I'd rather have my own vinyl collection, my own tape
Exactly.
collection, my own CD collection, my own DVD collection, because
Yeah.
they see it now that how good it was. Now they want to bring it all back. Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that now? Seeing the analog and stuff and the
I
physical
love
copies
it.
coming back.
I love it because I got 20,000 records in my garage. So I love it, bro. Listen, vinyl is always sold. I've always sold vinyl. I've always sold CDs, and I still
Love
sell
vinyl.
them. But I can say this honestly: 70% of my sales is vinyl and CDs are overseas, right? Because they're
Right.
gonna pay me retail. I'm not gonna get the money that somebody buy from here unless it's brand new and it's in Best Buy or whatever whatever stores is left open. If you go to most of these stores now, they don't even have a CD aisle anymore. They got vinyl still in there, but
Right.
everything else is kind of. But overseas, they still buy CDs, man. I sold a CD yesterday for $500, one CD, and
If
it
anything,
was
the vinyl's coming back.
vinyl never left. That's the
No,
that's
it
Yeah.
never left.
yeah,
I don't
vinyl
think I
never
don't
left.
think none of them really never left. They just never get marketed. They wasn't up the forefront the way streaming is
Right.
nowadays.
Only one I think that kind of just is dead was the 8 track.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the cassettes are selling now. The cassettes are really expensive, man. And
Yeah.
the music business is really cold because the physical part of it, the labels, man, they used to make so much money and they used to let the artists, eat a little bit off the plate. Now they don't want the artists. They don't even give them crumbs no more. They just want to.
Yeah.
You can't have it all, man, and that's the problem with the record labels and these download and streaming companies, man.
Right.
They're raping these artists, and they know that. You know what I'm saying? And they know ain't nothing they can do because they need them to get their thing out. Until now they figuring out, oh, so now they're gonna go back and start pressing stuff too because they're greedy like that, man. They just,
Right.
they always got their hand in the cookie jar, but they own the jar too. So you got to figure out a way to circumvent them and direct sales. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Press your own product up, press your own CDs up, and sell them directly to your fans. You
Right.
only need 1,000 fans to have a good life.
Really. Really.
You only need a
Ice T
thousand.
just said some shit like that too, and it's crazy because he
Yeah,
said some shit on, I think it was Breakfast Club with Court for
yeah.
the OG Network, and he was just saying that all you need is 1,000 fans. You know
That's
what
all
I
you need, man. And you can sell them products for $100 each. So there you go. You got $100,000 a year, man. You make more than people working in a 9 to 5, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing what you love to do, which is create music. And I ain't saying it's all about money. It's the fans understand that it takes money to make money, and they also understand when they're getting raped. They're not getting raped by the artist; they're getting raped by the companies that owns and controls the music. And that's
mean?
why you see all these record labels buying up everybody's publishing and giving them big money for it, because eventually they want to control the whole market. And now they got on all the publishing; they can do whatever they want. They can
Right.
put your music on commercials. They can sell your stuff overseas. They can repress your stuff. They can do whatever they want once you sign the money. But most of these old artists is selling them because they need the money, because they don't have the suave to go in there and set up their own thing. Their grandkids don't deal with them, so they need them though. If you got grandkids and you're an artist, man, get them to show you how to do all that stuff. They'll have your
Right.
website up, they'll have you streaming, they'll have every grandkids know more about a computer and a laptop than you'll ever know. And you
Right.
trying to figure it out. You still trying to type, and they already don't credit your whole page for you. But
Right.
it's all up, man. I see what my boy was on there. Mike Neely was on there.
Yeah,
I
he
was gonna
was
have
for a
you add.
second. He might have
I
dipped,
was about
but
to say,
Ronald's still here.
that was
Hang on
Mike
a
Neely.
Yeah,
second.
Ronald.
Prince.
Yeah, Trip. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron.